Sigma males are often seen as cool, collected, and independent individuals who march to the beat of their own drum. In the world of social dynamics, they stand out as the lone wolves, often portrayed as not needing anyone else. The image of the Sigma male is one of a person who has it all figured out. Someone who doesn't care what others think, who thrives in solitude, and who doesn't play by the traditional rules of social structures. But in reality, being a Sigma male isn't all as perfect as it seems. Beneath the calm, collected exterior, there are deep and often painful struggles that most people don't see. The world often glamorizes the Sigma male for his independence, his mystery, and his self-sufficiency. But the truth is that his journey is filled with obstacles that can be incredibly lonely and difficult to navigate. While it may seem that Sigma males have everything they need, self-reliance, mental strength, and a quiet sense of confidence, the reality is more complicated. Here are the 7 biggest struggles that Sigma males face every day, the ones that go largely unnoticed or unspoken. Number 1, being unfairly judged and labeled based on assumptions. One of the most challenging aspects of being a Sigma male is how easily people judge them based on surface-level assumptions. When you don't fit into society's traditional hierarchies and expectations, it's all too easy for others to mislabel you or misinterpret your behavior. The world is structured in a way that rewards extroversion, social participation, and openness. So, when a Sigma male doesn't engage in these behaviors, when he doesn't seek attention, doesn't join the group conversations, and doesn't act like the normal social creature, he is often seen as distant or even unapproachable. It's like a book with a plain cover. People make assumptions without ever opening the pages. People may perceive Sigma males as shy, standoffish, or even cold. They may think that these men are uninterested in others or that they're hiding something, but the truth is much more nuanced. Sigma males are simply not interested in performing for others or conforming to what society expects. They prefer to keep a low profile and focus on their own internal worlds, which makes them appear different from the typical social norm. Imagine being misunderstood daily, having to explain yourself over and over again simply because people don't take the time to truly understand you. Whether it's at work or in social settings, this constant misjudgment can be exhausting. Sigma males may find themselves wrongly labeled as antisocial or unengaged, even when they are deeply observing and reflecting on the world around them. In school, for instance, a Sigma male might be perceived as lazy because he doesn't participate in every class discussion. At work, he may be misunderstood as disinterested in career growth because he doesn't join the office chatter or participate in social events. These are all misinterpretations of his true character. The reality is that Sigma males are simply introverted, not disengaged. What's even more frustrating is that even though Sigma males are deep thinkers who see the world in unique ways, their observant nature is often misinterpreted. People may mistake their silence for a lack of enthusiasm or a cold attitude. In truth, they're just taking in everything around them before making a judgment. It's like being an artist who watches carefully, gathering inspiration, before they begin painting a clear picture of the world. The worst part is that society rarely acknowledges this struggle. Instead, Sigma males are often unfairly judged, labeled, and misunderstood, leaving them to battle these assumptions alone. Number 2, trusting others in a world full of fake talk. For Sigma males, trust is one of the hardest things to give. Imagine walking through a world where everyone seems to be wearing a mask. They say one thing, but their actions tell another story. This constant disconnect between words and actions creates a deep sense of distrust. Trust is a precious gem for Sigma males, and they don't give it away lightly. They are constantly aware of how easy it is to be misled by people who say what they think others want to hear. This is especially true in social and professional environments where flattery and small talk are the norm. People tell you what they think will please you, not what they really believe or feel. But Sigma males can see through this fake talk. They are highly perceptive and have a keen sense of when something isn't genuine. While others may be easily swayed by compliments and promises, Sigma males can often sense hidden motives and ulterior agendas. It's like being a detective trying to figure out who's real and who's just playing a part in the grand scheme of things. This constant suspicion can be incredibly lonely. Sigma males are simple at heart. They value honesty above everything else. But in a world where so many people are motivated by self-interest, finding real, genuine connections can feel impossible. When you are constantly questioning the authenticity of those around you, forming close relationships becomes a major challenge. In the workplace, the struggle is amplified. You might find yourself surrounded by colleagues who are smiling and friendly one moment and gossiping behind your back the next. For a Sigma male, this kind of environment can be mentally draining. You want to trust people, but the fact that they often wear masks and hide their true selves makes it difficult. Over time, this distrust can lead Sigma males to isolate themselves even more. They may start to feel that it's easier to rely on themselves than to invest time and energy into relationships that could ultimately be superficial. It's a painful choice, but many Sigma males would rather walk alone than deal with the disappointment of fake friends. Number 3. Unintentionally intimidating others. The next challenge that Sigma males face is the perception that they are intimidating or unapproachable. This isn't something that they do on purpose, but their presence alone can be enough to make others feel uncomfortable or nervous. Sigma males exude confidence and independence. They don't need external validation, and they're unapologetically themselves. This level of self-assuredness can be overwhelming for people who aren't used to such quiet confidence. When you don't need to fit in or seek approval, it can create a barrier between you and others. In social situations, Sigma males might find that people avoid approaching them or struggle to initiate conversations. They might feel like their strength and assertiveness is misinterpreted as arrogance or unapproachability. But in reality, Sigma males are just being themselves, without any need for pretense or small talk. They don't try to dominate a conversation, nor do they intentionally make others feel inferior. However, their calm, focused demeanor can make some people feel insecure about their own place in the conversation or group. This is particularly true in professional settings, where Sigma males are known for being straight-talking and no-nonsense. Their directness, while admirable, can sometimes be seen as harsh or critical by people who aren't used to that level of honesty. This perception of being intimidating can be especially challenging for Sigma males in the workplace. They may feel like their opinions are often dismissed, or they may struggle to make friends because people are afraid to approach them. But the truth is that Sigma males are simply reserved. They don't need to be constantly surrounded by people to feel content. But once you get to know them, you'll realize they're some of the most loyal and caring individuals you'll ever meet. Number 4. Constant overthinking and perfectionism. One of the biggest internal struggles Sigma males face is their tendency to overthink everything, from the smallest tasks to the largest life decisions. They are always striving to improve and perfect every detail. This can make life feel like an endless battle for perfection. Sigma males are their own harshest critics. Even when they've done something well, they'll always look for ways to do it better. It's like looking at a completed painting and seeing a small detail that isn't quite right, even though no one else would notice. This constant overthinking can lead to frustration and stress, as the Sigma male is always pushing himself to be better, often at the expense of his own mental well-being. This perfectionist mindset can make simple tasks feel like monumental challenges. For example, writing a message or completing a project can take hours of revision because they're never satisfied with the outcome. Even when the work is objectively great, the Sigma male will still feel like there's something more they could have done to improve it. This level of self-imposed pressure can make Sigma males feel exhausted and overwhelmed. The desire to get everything right can make it difficult to move forward. It's like running a marathon without a finish line in sight, constantly chasing an ideal that may never be fully achievable. At the same time, this perfectionism is what drives Sigma males to succeed in many areas. Their attention to detail, their relentless pursuit of excellence, and their ability to focus are all traits that set them apart. However, balancing this drive with self-compassion is a constant struggle. Number 5. Difficulty finding like-minded individuals. Sigma males are deep thinkers, but their unique perspective on life can make it difficult to find others who truly understand them. They often crave deep, meaningful conversations, but most people prefer lighter, more superficial topics. This can leave Sigma males feeling isolated, even when they're surrounded by people. In social settings, Sigma males may feel like aliens on their own planet. They want to talk about philosophy, psychology, or the intricacies of human nature. But most people are content with talking about the latest trends or celebrity gossip. For a Sigma male, this can make it hard to connect with others on a meaningful level. In work environments, the situation is even more challenging. Sigma males tend to have high standards for themselves and for others. They don't like to waste time on small talk or trivial discussions. They want to get to the heart of the matter and solve problems. But in many workplaces, this focus on productivity and purpose can alienate them from co-workers who are more interested in socializing or following the status quo. Because of this, many Sigma males find themselves without a strong social circle. While they may not mind being alone, it's still difficult when they realize that true, like-minded individuals are rare to find. They often feel like they're out of sync with the world around them. Number 6. Stubbornly facing problems alone. One of the most significant struggles for Sigma males is their tendency to handle problems alone. They value their independence, and this sometimes leads them to avoid asking for help, even when they need it. This sense of self-reliance is admirable, but it can also be isolating. Sigma males often feel like they need to solve their problems on their own. Asking for help can feel like a weakness to them, even though they know deep down that everyone could use support at some point. But instead of reaching out to others, they often push themselves harder, trying to figure out everything on their own. This can create a heavy burden. When you constantly carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, it can start to wear you down. And yet, Sigma males rarely admit that they need assistance. Instead, they suffer in silence, convinced that asking for help is a sign of vulnerability. This mindset can lead to burnout and mental fatigue. Trying to solve every problem alone can be exhausting, but Sigma males are incredibly determined. It's this same determination that makes them great problem solvers, but it can also leave them feeling overwhelmed and emotionally drained. Number 7. Limited support system. Finally, one of the greatest challenges of being a Sigma male is the lack of a solid support system. While they are capable of handling things on their own, the truth is that they are still human. Everyone needs help and companionship, but finding those who genuinely care about you is difficult when you live outside the mainstream. Sigma males often feel like they are living on the outskirts of society. They may not fit into the traditional social circles or the standard group dynamics, leaving them to fend for themselves. This lack of connection can lead to a sense of loneliness, even if they are surrounded by people. While many Sigma males are perfectly content with solitude, it doesn't mean they don't yearn for meaningful relationships. The challenge is finding people who align with their values, who can understand their need for independence, and who can respect their boundaries. Conclusion: being a Sigma male is more complex than the world makes it out to be. While their independence, mystery, and self-reliance are admired, these traits come with their own set of challenges. From being unfairly judged and misunderstood to struggling with trust issues and perfectionism, Sigma males navigate a world that often feels alien to them. But despite these struggles, they continue to walk their path, relying on their own inner strength and resilience. For Sigma males, their journey is not always easy, but it is one they choose to undertake, knowing that their unique way of living brings both challenges and rewards. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And stay tuned for the next video where we dive deeper into Sigma male traits you didn't know about. See you there.